Hi everyone, welcome back to Design Craft channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you two different ways to crochet in a circular shape. I have two round pieces here to compare. The first one is worked continuously in a spiral, where you just keep crocheting without joining at the end of each round. This gives a smooth flowing circle. The second one is a perfect circle with joined rounds. In this method, each round is finished off and tied before starting the next, so you can clearly see every round stacked like a complete circle. Both styles are really useful, depending on what kind of project you're making, so I'll walk you through step by step how to do each one. Alright, let's jump right into the spiral type circle. First, start with a magic ring and secure it with a knot. Into that ring, work 6 single crochets. Pull the yarn tail to close the ring nice and tight. Now for round 1, we're not going to join with a slip stitch. Since this is the spiral method, we just continue working straight into the stitches. Insert your hook into the very first stitch from the round and make an increase. That's 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Do this in every stitch around, which will give you 12 stitches total at the end of this round. I recommend using a stitch marker to mark the first stitch of each round when working in a spiral. Move it up after each round so you always know where to start. It saves so much time and keeps your stitches neat. You'll just continue building the rounds without closing them, and the stitches climb up in a smooth swirl. Just remove the stitch marker. Moving on to round 2. Here, we're going to do a pattern of 1 increase. And when you start the next round, place the stitch marker right at that first stitch where you begin. Then 1 single crochet. Repeat this sequence all the way around until you reach back to the marker. You should end up with 18 stitches. Now, round 3, this time make 2 single crochets, then 1 increase. Repeat that all the way around. Alright, that's it for the spiral type. You can see it looks smooth and the stitches just keep flowing without any breaks. It's great when you don't want a visible seam, but the rounds kind of blend together, so it can be a little tricky to count sometimes. Now, let's take a look at the perfect circle method. This one is a little neater because each round is closed off, so you can clearly see the circle forming. Start with a magic ring and make 6 single crochets into it. Pull the yarn tail tight and make a slip stitch to the first stitch to close the round. For the slip stitch and chain method, here's a little tip. You really need to pull the yarn tight as you can every time you make that slip stitch and chain. This will help keep the seam neat and less noticeable. If the yarn is too loose, the seam line will start to show and the circle won't look as clean. For round 1, chain 1 to start, pull the yarn tight, then work an increase in every stitch. Work your increase right into that very first stitch, the one where you just made the slip stitch. That's the starting point for this round. From here, you'll continue the pattern around to build up your circle. By the end, you'll have 12 stitches and make a slip stitch to the first stitch to close the round. Pull the yarn tight. Moving to round 2, start with chain 1, pull the yarn tight, then do 1 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat this all the way around. That gives you 18 stitches. Close with a slip stitch. On to round 3. Chain 1, work 2 single crochets, then an increase. Keep repeating until the end. Your total will be 24 stitches. Don't forget the slip stitch to join now. You can already see the difference. This circle has a clear step at the end of each round, and the center looks cleaner compared to the spiral type. And that's it. We've gone through both ways of crocheting in the round, the spiral type and the perfect circle type. You can use whichever style you like depending on the project. Spiral rounds are quick and smooth, while perfect circles give that neat round by round look. I hope this little tutorial helps you understand the difference between the two methods. Try both out and see which one feels best for you. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you'd love to see more crochet tutorials. I'll see you again in the next video.